Today, we're exploring one of Baltimore's most historic neighborhoods. And I don't think we realized just how much history was packed into a few city blocks. From a library that's often called one of the most beautiful in the world, to historic monuments, a stunning church, and one of the coolest outdoor art galleries we've ever visited. Let's take a look around. As we made our way into the Mount Vernon neighborhood, it didn't take long to realize this place is full of incredible architecture. Everywhere you looked, there's another historic building, another monument, or another story waiting to be discovered. Our first stop was the George Peabody Library, and honestly, pictures don't even come close to doing this place justice. The second you walk through the doors, it feels like you've stepped into a movie or wandered into the library from The Beauty and the Beast. The library was made possible by George Peabody, a businessman and philanthropist who believed education should be available to everyone. It opened in the late 1800s and is still an active research library today, housing more than 300,000 books, many dating back to the 18th and 19th centuries. My favorite part has to be the incredible cast iron balconies stretching 5 stories high beneath the massive skylight. It's easy to understand why people call this the Cathedral of Books. Every angle feels like another perfect photo opportunity. After spending some time inside, we stepped back outside to keep exploring. Directly across the street stands the beautiful Mount Vernon Place United Methodist Church. Its Gothic Revival architecture, soaring stone spire, and stunning stained glass windows. The thing I thought was really interesting is that Francis Scott Key, the man who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, was originally buried on the church grounds after he passed away in 1843. His remains were later moved to Frederick, Maryland, but it's pretty amazing knowing this church played such an important role in preserving a piece of American history. Just a short walk from the church, we found ourselves standing in front of Baltimore's George Washington Monument. Here's something cool I didn't know before visiting. This monument was actually completed before the famous Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Construction began in 1815, making it the very first major monument in the United States dedicated to George Washington. Standing about 178 feet tall, it's been watching over Mount Vernon for more than 200 years. Not far from there, we came across the statue of Marquis de Lafayette. If that name sounds familiar, there's a good reason. His leadership, along with France's support, played a huge role in helping America gain its independence. It's incredible to think about how someone from another country became one of our nation's greatest heroes. After soaking in all that history, we decided it was time for something completely different. Our next stop, Graffiti Alley. And wow, what a contrast. Instead of historic stone buildings and quiet streets, we were surrounded by walls covered from top to bottom in bright colors, murals, and incredible artwork. What makes this place even cooler is that Graffiti Alley is Baltimore's only legal place for graffiti artists to create. Since artists are free to paint over existing work, the artwork constantly changes. No 2 visits are ever exactly the same. As we walked through, every section seemed to have its own personality. Some murals were incredibly detailed and realistic, while others were colorful, abstract, funny, or made you stop and think. It really feels like an outdoor art gallery where the exhibits are always changing. I love that these 2 places are only a few minutes apart, yet they couldn't feel more different. One celebrates history that's been carefully preserved for generations, while the other celebrates creativity that's always evolving. That's one of the things we've really enjoyed about traveling. Sometimes the best experiences aren't the biggest tourist attractions. They're the places that surprise you the most. Baltimore definitely gave us a few of those. If you're ever visiting the city, we'd absolutely recommend spending a few hours exploring Mount Vernon and Graffiti Alley. Whether you love history, architecture, photography, or art, there's something here you're going to enjoy. Thank you so much for coming along with us today. We hope you enjoyed exploring a little piece of Baltimore with us. If you like discovering hidden gems, learning a little history, and following along on our travels, we'd love to have you join us. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.